Pocket full of roses. Hi, Isha. We all fall down.
So this is to all the moms out there who are building something of their own. If I can do this, so can you.
Hey Misfits, I am Meeta.
And I am Noor.
And on Social Misfits, today we have the founder of a marketing agency focused on strategy, growth, and results.
Please welcome Sadhvi Vasandani from The Socialist. Hi, Sadhvi. It's a pleasure to have you on Social Misfits.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here with you guys.
How is the day coming along? How are you feeling?
Excited, nervous. This is going to be my first podcast ever.
We understand.
So yeah, mixed feelings.
You're going to kill it.
Yes.
So tell us about The Socialist. And how did you start your journey as a founder?
This was never the plan. The plan was very simple. 12th में अच्छे मार्क्स लेकर आने हैं, कॉलेज में एडमिशन लेना है, MBA करनी है, जॉब करनी है, and then get married. But nothing of it, nothing happened. And I started a footwear label when I was in college, second year, because my husband, who was boyfriend back then, always pushed me to have something of my own. So yeah, I started my footwear label. And that's when I started learning about marketing for my own label. I did my course. I interned at 2 places to learn more and how practically things happen. So yeah, then I landed my first client. Then COVID hit,
Yeah.
and all my footwear stock was lying untouched for 2 years. Then I thought that if I've learned marketing, why not pursue it as a career?
And it was a very good time.
Yeah, and everything was turning digital at that time. And my sister was just in 12th. She finished her boards. And I was like, listen, you have to join me, because from 1 client to 10, it happened so quickly, because during COVID, everybody was turning digital. So she joined me. Her best friend joined me. So it was all unplanned. And yeah, that's how everything began for me.
Great.
Yeah.
So, Sadhvi, tell me one thing. When should a brand consider hiring you? Like before the soft launch or after launching? Because there are so many questions.
So I have, there are 2 ways to go about this.
Yes.
So once you have a great product, but you don't know who your target audience is. You don't know how to do the packaging, what colors you want, what tone you want to use. Then don't hire any agency. Do branding for your product first, and then probably hire an agency. But some founders mistakenly start doing everything on their own. In order to save funds, they're like, okay, we have a very small business right now. We don't need a big fat agency. So let's just try to figure out content, figure out ads, reach out to influencers all by themselves.
Right.
That's where the real mistake happens. Because you as a founder, you have so much on your plate, आप सब कुछ नहीं कर सकते.
Right.
And that's when half of the businesses, they get shut within 2 years, because you get so burnt out. कितना कुछ कर लोगे ना, you have to follow the trends. आपको influencers को reach out करना है, आपको ads करनी है. आप किसी भी चीज़ को perfection के साथ नहीं कर पाते.
और हर चीज़ में
it's-
आपकी expertise भी नहीं हो सकती.
Yes. So it's not important that you hire a big fat agency. Hire a freelancer who can help you with content, who can help you with influencers, so that आपका कुछ तो baggage कम होएगा, and you can focus on your product and perfecting customer service
Right.
and the product first. While somebody else who's an expert in that line can take care of marketing.
Right. I think that's the best way to move ahead in any business.
Yeah.
Always have a good team to that can back you up.
Yeah.
That can have their own areas of expertise, so
Yeah.
that they can help you out and make the brand grow with you.
So you have 4-5 years of experience. And what are the challenges which you think small agencies face? Is it harder for small agencies to even get a seat on the table for major pitches, like connections work? या फ्रेंड्स वर्क कि वो मेरा फ्रेंड है तो उसी को यू कैन कम, बिकॉज समटाइम्स आई सी कि एक ही एजेंसी है, उसी पे सारे ब्रांड्स जा रहे हैं. लाइक एवरीबॉडी इज फॉलोइंग दैट वन एजेंसी. Why do you think this happened, and how hard is for small agencies to cope up?
So referrals definitely work.
Connections.
90% of my clients have come through referrals and referrals alone, because social media, I never used to do personal branding back then. I've just recently started. So all my clients have come through referrals. So they do work. But when you talk about bigger brands, luxury brands
Luxury
or bigger labels, it is very difficult to crack that code. I've had meetings with multiple potential clients with proper decks prepared and everything sorted out from my end. But when a bigger name comes into the picture, that's their first choice because you know it has big money involved. The campaigns are big, so they also don't want to risk it. But on the contrary, for us, it's very difficult if you're never given a chance.
Right.
How would we get there?
And a lot of big agencies get their work done through you guys.
Absolutely,
outsource it.
absolutely. That's the
Yeah.
point. Like
Yeah.
we get so much work outsourced from bigger agencies because any agency cannot do 100% 360
Right.
marketing. Some things need to be outsourced, right? And they come to us, but our name is never going to be there. And that we've stopped taking outsourced work now. Of course, it's good money, but you know, I was taking it as an offensive. I was taking it in a wrong way. That you know, it's not about the money. I want my name up to be there. If I'm doing good work, I want my name to be there.
Yeah, you would want credit for something that you are
Absolutely.
working hard on, and
Yes.
that's how you would grow.
Yeah,
As
and you know, I
because-
can't even put my name anywhere. I can't even put it on my page. Then what's the use?
Right.
It's like just one time you're earning that money and you're over with it.
It's
Yeah,
like
you
your
need to-
mind and credit goes to someone
Absolutely,
else.
yes.
Yeah, I mean, if you have a bigger plan in your head, then you need to be very sure of who you are working with.
Even if you know I had the chance to put that work on my page and promote it, I would have been okay doing that. But if my name is nowhere to be found and I'm doing all the work, I'm definitely not okay with that.
But do you feel that you have ever lost a good deal to a big agency despite having a better plan than them?
We just recently did. So
Okay.
it was a beauty brand. I would not like to take a name.
That's fine.
So it was a big beauty brand. We had to do their Women's Day campaign.
Okay.
And we prepped up each and everything. We prepared a deck. We worked on it rigorously for 10 days. And everything was done. I asked for an advance because I had to start booking.
Sure.
So they were like, okay, we can do 30%. I said, but 30% would not even cover the cost of the models, of the photographer, of the location. At least do 50%. So they were like, no, but you know, this is the first time that we're working with you. So we can only do 30. I requested them that please do 50 at least. Then they hosted me for 2 days. And after 2 days, they came back to me and said, the management has decided not to go ahead with you because you don't have prior experience in the beauty brand industry. I said, but I told you that on the first day itself. And then what happened was the most difficult part to digest. We called it off very amicably. We called it off that it's okay. We understand big money is involved. No problem if you don't want to go ahead. The entire deck was picked up and handed over to the agency to execute
God.
it.
That's really wrong.
And when we saw the results on the page, we were taken aback. That,
Sure,
okay,
Of course.
yeah.
All your hard work and like.
Yeah, but these are unethical practices. Like, how do you think an agency like yours can actually protect yourself in a situation like this?
So I think amicably all the agencies should come up with a pitch fee kind of a setup because we work day and night to prepare that kind of deck. We do in-depth research on each and everything because we also have wasted so much time and energy on that, right?
Right.
So, and nothing happens.
And the
You just
idea.
rejected on a very foolish reason that you know you don't have the kind of experience we need. You're a smaller agency. I don't think you can work with that kind of budget.
Yeah.
So it's heartbreaking. So I think only when all of us get together to make a change, only then something will happen. Only one person like me cannot just stand up and say no because people will start calling me out then.
But do you think bigger agencies actually charge for pitch decks? Like, do they have this thing in their contracts? And that's why maybe to save the fee, they go to smaller agencies and then take their idea and then jump on to the
Maybe
next
they
one.
do that. So the
Right.
pitch fee kind of a setup is nowhere there right now, but they have very strong contracts.
Right.
Yeah.
So if we today frame a very harsh contract, we might not be able to sign up that client.
Right.
So we have to kind of nudge and make some amends and then get the contract signed. But
Yeah.
with bigger agencies, they have their terms and conditions laid out very straight up. So that actually works for them.
It's unfortunate, but yeah, I mean, if people are addressing it now, so
Yeah.
it will bring in a change.
I hope it
So,
does.
Yeah, you have to. We have to.
Yeah. And you know, it's not just that, it's just that your whole mindset, like आपका पूरा idea किसी ने ले लिया है, steal कर लिया है, and it takes a lot when you create something for some brand.
Yeah, it hit me for a while, but the way I looked at it was very different. I just told my team that it's okay. We have the deck, we have the ideas in place. We'll create a portfolio for ourselves.
Yeah.
It might cost us some money, but it's okay. It's a learning for us as well.
Right.
You know, instead of waiting for a brand to land up in my lap and then do the good work, I might as well make a
Build a
portfolio for
portfolio.
myself.
Yeah, and it's a part and parcel of building any business, I believe.
It is.
You have to
So-
go through all kind of experiences,
Yeah.
different kind of clients, and then you end up becoming the right kind of leader
Yeah.
for yourself and for your brand.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's how you take it and you learn from it and move on.
Move on.
So says that delete the word viral from your vocabulary. Viral doesn't exist. You can't quantify viral. So she says just concentrate on the idea, the performance will follow.
Yeah.
So I want to know, if a brand comes to you and they are like, we want to go viral, what's your immediate reaction?
I would say the same like Sahiba. There's nothing as viral, first of all. You're just probably hopping on a trend, hopping on a trending audio to go viral, and it definitely can bring you millions of views and followers, but it's very temporary. The moment will fade. And after that, what? Do you have any strategy? You would
Yeah.
probably look after another trending audio, another trending concept to go viral again,
Yeah.
because you'll be just stuck in a loop to go viral. And in that process, अगर आपने एक reel से 50,000 followers gain किए, but are those your target audience?
Yeah.
They would never buy from you. So they're just numbers. They're not your real followers.
Right.
I would rather have 5,000 followers who are engaged and active rather than having those 50,000 active followers who are just there as a number.
So guys, viral जैसा कुछ नहीं होता है.
Virality does not equal growth.
Right.
It's just very momentary.
So, but if we talk about going viral, I mean, this is something that everyone is practicing. Whoever is using Instagram, they are
Yeah.
trying their best to go viral. Even if we talk about big brands, big industries, big company owners, they are doing their best to do everything in order to be out there.
Yeah.
And attempting the viral thing, the
Yeah.
viral trend. So now if I talk about Gen Zs, they are unabashed. They are cringe. They are doing everything possible. Their language is crass. Like they'll just do whatever. So do you feel that as an agency, because you're a millennial, do you think that do you ever feel like it's not matching up or like whatever they expect? Do you think that you can deliver something like that when the client is so different, when there is a like total generation gap? So how do you deal with that kind of client?
So are we talking on the agency, on the legacy brands here, or the Gen Z?
I'm talking about Gen Zs mostly.
So I love how Gen Zs
Yeah.
are operating right now. They are very unapologetic. They are very upfront.
Yeah.
If you see Gen Z founders right now, they are not cautious on what they are saying.
Yeah.
They are being real. They are building in real time.
Right.
Like people would probably, in legacy businesses, people would probably hide where the product is coming from, where is it sourced from. Gen Zs are probably taking a ticket, showing everything that this product came from Japan.
Yeah.
This product came from Korea. This is how I made it.
They go to
right?
Shark Tank.
Yeah, they go to Shark Tank.
Yeah.
There was a recent brand which is by a fellow schoolmate. She mentioned in Shark Tank that we got our formulations done from AI.
Antidote.
Antidote. Yeah.
We saw.
And her marketing is absolutely fabulous.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great product.
Yes. The
Like,
product and the marketing, of course. Like
Both.
she's lying in a bathtub in the middle of a market.
Like
It's
you don't
crazy.
care, like in a bathtub
Yeah.
in the middle of the market, right?
Yeah.
And when you see Croffle guys,
Yeah.
they are amazing.
Yeah.
I think I am fan of Croffle guys.
Yeah.
Even Mokai Cafe,
Mokai.
their series are so much
Amazing.
fun.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So
They're
I-
killing it.
Yeah.
They're killing it.
Because they're very real.
Yeah, they're very real.
And I think the
you can
marketing-
relate to them.
And I think marketing game is also very strong. They
Yeah.
know what they're doing.
They know what they're doing, even if it's cringe, but you're still glued to it, right?
Yeah.
You're just scrolling and
Right.
watching them again and
Right.
again on repeat.
But again, like if I talk about Croffle guys, this is something that is like personally very interesting to me. I feel like they have a product that they're selling, but do you think that the kind of marketing that they're doing around it, do you think that actually sells the product?
For them, it's working.
Yeah. But then again, we were like just talking about it, that virality can only stay until a point, but will it?
But they're
promise
not doing
growth?
it to gain some kind of a virality moment.
Huh.
They are just doing it for fun because that's how they must be in real time.
They are showing four personalities.
They're showing different
Four
personalities.
different people and
Yeah.
four different personalities.
So they're not aiming to go viral.
Yeah.
They're just entertaining people. So there are, I think, 2-3 ways to be on Instagram. Either you be extensively educative,
Right.
or you be an entertainer. They've chosen the
that's their
entertaining part.
niche.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
their niche. So you never know what personality trait of yours can bring in customers. If
Right.
you just start putting your product all the time, people will get bored.
Yeah.
If you probably show something that you're traveling or you're dancing, that's your sidekick, that's what you love doing, that might bring you buyers. So it's time that you think beyond the spectrum
You should know your audience and you know how to like keep them hooked.
and bring your own self,
Right.
because that's what is most relatable.
If ads stop today,
Yeah.
would most brands survive?
That's the biggest fear.
Yeah,
of
I'm
all
a
the
big
brands.
fan of Zomato in India. I think they have built their brand on notifications.
Yeah.
I am
Yeah.
hooked to their notifications, and it's been years. They're very consistent about
Yeah,
it. It's
yeah.
not like very consistent.
It's like they get your mood also at times. I
Yeah.
feel like there's suddenly
And
a pop-up.
today, you
I'm not
remember-
feeling good.
And sometimes you're just thinking and something will
it
pop up
suddenly
so
appears.
relatable.
Oh, are you hungry, Meeta? Are you hungry? Like cute ones. So it's
they
like,
have built
okay.
their brand on notifications, and it's great.
Yeah.
And the moment like today we are talking about Zomato because we remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, recall value.
Yeah. So what should brands do instead to save themselves before the day comes? If ad stops today.
Again, back to organic, back to roots.
Yeah.
Like the cost of acquisition in today's time is rising like how. So, one day it might become unaffordable. So it's important to do ads, but you might as well also start investing money in organic growth and organic content and UGC creators. There are so many ways you can do organic content around. So only relying on paid ads will not be a good idea in the coming time. So yeah, I would
Performance
like
marketing gives you a high in the beginning, but it's how to sustain it.
to organic content.
Organic, no, if we talk about Dipinder Goyal, like you were talking about Zomato, so I feel like he's doing a lot of organic content. He's going out there delivering food with his wife
Yeah.
to people, and he's promoting his own brand.
Yeah.
So that is organic growth, and that's
And
how
he doesn't
he's-
need to.
Yeah.
He
You
doesn't
understand?
need
He
to.
doesn't
He's
need
a
to.
very
He has a
smart-
very
he's very smart.
established business. He
Right.
doesn't need to.
Right.
Yeah.
But still, if a founder of that stature is still investing in organic growth,
Right.
then it's high time all the small businesses should also start.
But a lot of people give up because they can't,
Cope
keep up
up
with,
with
this
the-
thing.
yeah.
A lot of people give up also.
So that's the biggest thing that founders are insecure about. That why aren't we getting growth? It's not an overnight job. Marketing has to be done over a period of time in consistency.
Yeah.
Brand building आप एक दिन में नहीं कर सकते हो.
True.
So you have to have that patience if you're starting a product. If you're starting a business, you need to have that kind of patience
And consistency.
and
for sure.
consistency.
If there is a new company, उनके पास ज़्यादा budgets नहीं है. So what are the ways to grow a company in that scenario?
Organically,
हाँ.
okay. So for example, आपके पास 1 lakh rupees हैं, ठीक है? There's bare minimum, आपके पास 1 lakh rupees हैं. Firstly, पहले आप 2 महीने सिर्फ content पे work करो.
ठीक है.
Founder-led content, bring your employees into the picture, show your behind the scenes, do everything that you can do around the product in 2 months. Build your content organically. ठीक है? उसके बाद product लेके आप उतरो सड़क पे. Grow करना है ना organically, you have to do the hard work. I saw a brand recently, it's called Drink Salts. They are making electrolytes.
Electrolytes, हाँ.
And that they knew उनका target market है athletes or people who are into fitness.
Yeah.
They went straight up to Hydrox Bombay event and they gave out their samples in a Bisleri bottle without their branding.
Okay.
उन्होंने सिर्फ टेस्ट टेस्ट कराया, जो भी एंटर कर रहा था उन्होंने हैंड ओवर करना शुरू कर दिया.
ठीक है.
एंड उनके पास लोग आफ्टर देयर first session they kept coming back. ये क्या था? We want to know about the product.
Okay.
That's where they met their first investor also.
Wow.
And it was such an amazing thing.
Intelligent.
आपको उतरना पड़ेगा सड़क के ऊपर. आप मिठाई बेच रहे हो, उतरो, do the taste test. खिलाओ लोगों को, take their expressions. And then whatever budget you're left with, run the ad on it. Take smaller creators, take your family members, use your friend circle, जिनके साथ भी आप organic content बना सकते हो, use them. If you don't have the money in the pocket, use your contacts as much as you can.
That's what network is for.
That's what network is for. Like
Yeah.
even if you have money, like recently we've started incorporating real people in campaigns for our clients. Everybody knows models. सबको पता लग जाता है कि ये ज्वेलरी का शूट है तो मॉडल है यार.
Lot of people
कुछ
are
real
doing
नहीं
that.
लगता.
Relatable
right?
नहीं होता है.
Relatable नहीं लगता. So now we've started telling our clients, आप बुलाओ अपने friend circle को. सबको बुलाओ. We'll tell them what to do. क्या एंगल निकालने हैं वो हम figure out कर लेंगे. Real people, they do so much better for content. Instead of models, instead of any kind of big influencer, instead of investing in one big influencers, आप छोटे छोटे creators लो ना. आप एक के बदले 10 creators पे पैसे खर्चे करो. उससे आपको ज़्यादा visibility मिलेगी.
That's a very smart.
Yeah, it's a very smart and very intelligent way to promote your brand, I believe.
Yeah.
And the brand that you just spoke about, Salt, I think the strategy
cracked
that
it.
they built, and
Yeah,
it's
they cracked
quite
it.
interesting and very intelligent of them to do that.
Yeah.
तो शादी एक टाइम था जब हम सब इन्फ्लुएंसर्स के फैन थे, लाइक ऑब्सेस थे हम एक टाइम पे उनसे. बट डू यू थिंक इट्स स्टिल द सेम, या अब इतने यूजीसी कंटेंट क्रिएटर्स आ गए हैं, माइक्रो नैनो इन्फ्लुएंसर्स आ गए हैं, एंड दे आर डूइंग अमेजिंग. व्हेन यू सी देयर कंटेंट इट्स सो फ्रेश, दे आर ट्राइंग न्यू म्यूजिक एंड एवरीथिंग. उनके कंटेंट देख के आपको बहुत कुछ वैसे ही पता लग जाता है. जितने सॉन्ग्स आए गए हमने रील्स पे सुन लिए हैं, और थ्रू देम आई डोंट थिंक आपको इतना पता भी लग सकता है. एंड दे आर डूइंग फैब. So what do you think? Are influencers still worth it in 2026?
Of course.
Okay.
Influencers are never going to be out of fashion. मतलब maybe नए लोग आते रहेंगे because every person now wants to become an influencer or a creator.
Yeah.
So नए लोग आते जाएंगे इंडस्ट्री में, and जो पुराने cope up कर लेंगे with the trends and they'll move with the flow, they'll still stay. अगर कई लोग दे लूज इट कि नहीं करना यार, हम ये बच्चों वाली चीज़ें नहीं कर सकते, या दिस ऑडियो वी कांट यूज़, और दे विल नॉट बी एबल टू फॉलो द ट्रेंड्स, तो मे बी दे फेल ऑल्सो. बट इन्फ्लुएंसर्स का एरा कभी फेल नहीं हो सकता. लाइक आई ऑल्सो टेल माई क्लाइंट्स दैट, सो आप जिस तरीके से इन्फ्लुएंसर का कॉन्टेंट यूज़ करो ना, दैट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. सो आप हर एक इन्फ्लुएंसर को एज अ ट्रांजैक्शन नहीं कंसिडर कर सकते कि हमने इतने लैक स्पेंड कर दिए, हमें इतना का रेवेन्यू नहीं आया. सो आप उनको अपनी एड्स के लिए यूज़ कर सकते हो, आप
Visibility
अपने
के लिए maybe.
विजिबिलिटी के लिए यूज़ कर सकते हो, अपने कंटेंट के लिए यूज़ कर सकते हो. न्यू थिंग दैट्स देयर, अब आप इन्फ्लुएंसर्स को भी बोल सकते हो कि आप अपने पेज पे एड रन करो हमारे ब्रांड के लिए.
Right.
So the ad which was earlier coming from the brand's end is now showing up from the influencer's end. So वो ऑटोमेटिकली ज़्यादा रिलेटेबल हो जाता है
Right.
कि एक ब्रांड सेल नहीं कर रहा, ये एक इन्फ्लुएंसर की तरफ से आ रहा है, एक रिकमेंडेशन. सो इट्स हाउ यू यूज़ दैट इन्फ्लुएंसर.
Right.
इट कैन नेवर बी ओनली कि इतने फॉलोअर्स आ गए या इतनी सेल आ गई एंड एंड ऑफ इट.
Yeah, it's true actually, because I know one or two people personally जिनके लिए लोग बोलते हैं कि यार can you please get us in touch with this person, क्योंकि उनका जो fan base है that's so strong, so solid that people want to keep coming back to them, and they feel कि वहाँ से उनका मतलब business grow करता है. It's a fact.
Yeah.
So, but again, the question that we also have in our minds is कि आपको लगता है कि nano influencers भी अब बहुत ज़्यादा organic growth ला रहे हैं, या उनके numbers कम है but they are getting the right kind of audiences for a brand?
Absolutely, because I think nano influencers एक ज़्यादा niche follow कर रहे हैं. They are not all over the place.
Yeah.
उनके पास 100 brands नहीं आ रहे हैं collaboration के लिए. So they are giving their all to that one category of brand. तो उनकी जो वो छोटी ऑडियंस भी है ना, फॉर एग्जाम्पल दे हैव 5000 फॉलोअर्स, वो उनको ज़्यादा ट्रस्ट कर पा रही है बिकॉज वो एवरी सिंगल डे 10 स्किन केयर प्रोडक्ट नहीं यूज़ कर रहे, वो एक दिखा रहे हैं.
Makes sense.
Right? Versus a bigger influencer, they have so many brands who want to collaborate with them.
Right.
So ultimately it's a business, right? It's not an NGO. So
Right.
you would want to take up business as much as possible. That's what business looks like. So they end up promoting the same category of products so much कि वो audience को लगता है यार हम खरीदे क्या, actually में सच क्या है.
हाँ, वो एक्चुअली आपको
So-
10 प्रोडक्ट्स दिखाएंगे, दे
Yeah.
कंफ्यूज द ऑडियंसेस और लोग उन पे ट्रस्ट नहीं कर पाते.
Yeah.
सो अभी बहुत ज़्यादा फाउंडर लेड कंटेंट चल रहा है. देयर आर लाइक एवरी ब्रांड दैट वी टॉक अबाउट, उसका जो फाउंडर है दैट पर्सन हैज बिकम द फेस ऑफ दैट ब्रांड. पर्सनल ब्रांडिंग इज द न्यू थिंग नाउ.
Yeah.
सो हाउ डू यू हेल्प पीपल जो पर्सनल ब्रांडिंग पे काम तो करना चाहते हैं बट दे आर वेरी हेजिटेंट इन फ्रंट ऑफ द कैमरा, दे आर नॉट वेरी like they don't want to do it. How do you help them out?
Okay. So founder led का ना अभी एकदम से हाइप आया है, बट हम ये बहुत टाइम से कर रहे हैं.
Okay.
We started incorporating our clients. We told them you have to be on the face. अब या तो आप मॉडल रख लो, बनवाओ content, या you are the ambassador of your brand. Get in front of the camera and start talking. So we've been doing this in almost 2 years. So it was very uncomfortable for them in the beginning कि नहीं यार jumble up हो रहे हैं words. We supported them in every possible way. So we designed a very step-by-step manual for them to make it easy. So we started making very easy behind-the-scene videos. कि अगर आप sketch कर रहे हो या आप काम कर रहे हो, आप client से deal कर रहे हो, just start recording all of that. And we started posting. So after they got comfortable seeing themselves on the camera on Instagram and felt motivated, then we started doing voiceover videos. That okay, you don't have to stand in front of the camera and start talking. आप वही काम करते रहो. We'll give you a script. You give us a voiceover and we'll put it there. Once they became comfortable with that also, then we brought them in front of the camera. चाहे हमें रीटेक लेने पड़े 10 बारी, no problem. एक एक लाइन करके भी हमने पढ़ के बताया हुआ है, अब आप ये बोलो, ऐसे नहीं, ऐसे करो. And you have to look at them now. I can show you before and after videos. They've done immensely well.
They've become
So
pros
we
now.
supported them
हाँ.
we made the process very comfortable for them, and now they can't get off camera. Now if they're sitting in the car, they'll make a video, ये हम डाल चुके हैं, you know, कैसी लग रही है, अच्छी लग रही है. So they're so confident and they're happy to be on camera. But on the contrary, अगर कोई founder इतना shy है कि यार मेरे से नहीं होगा ये, तो कोई बात नहीं. अगर आप ही comfortable नहीं होगे तो कैमरा पे दिखेगा ना, आपकी ऑडियंस वैसे ही रिलेट नहीं कर पाएगी आपसे. तो इट्स ओके, गिव योर सेल्फ टाइम. देयर आर मल्टीपल वेज टू डू दिस. पर्सनल ब्रांडिंग इज नॉट द एंड ऑफ इट. So if you're comfortable, go for it. If you're not, then also it's fine. There's no pressure.
But don't you feel like, what is your take on it? Do you think that this is the present and the future marketing business का, या अगर आप एज अ फाउंडर नोन नहीं हो, अगर आपको लोग नहीं पहचानते तो शायद आपका ब्रांड नहीं लेंगे वो? Do you feel that this might happen later on?
So every founder that I'm seeing is talking about the same things.
Yeah.
And every marketer is also talking about the same things कि आप अपने failures दिखाओ, अपना process दिखाओ, सब यही कर रहे हैं. अगर आपको एक successful personal brand खड़ा करना है, your opinions matter. Even if that's controversial, अगर आपको उसके लिए सुनना भी पड़े 10 लोगों से, it's okay. अगर आप stand out नहीं करोगे तो वो personal brand भी किसी काम का नहीं है. So how you do this is what matters.
True.
नहीं तो सभी जेनेरिक लगेंगे. जैसे प्रोडक्ट के पेजेस लगते थे वैसे ही फाउंडर के सबके पेजेस वैसे ही लगेंगे
लग भी रहे हैं.
कि लग भी रहे हैं, है ना. सो अंटिल यू हैव अ वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग ओपिनियन, आपको वो याद ही नहीं रहेगा, आप वो भी स्क्रॉल कर दोगे.
So Sadhvi, do you think AI can replace humans? Because I'm a fan of AI. I think if no one is using that now, they are doing a big mistake. It's very helpful. So what is your take on that?
So AI is definitely helpful, but to an extent.
Right.
As a marketing agency, we also use AI so many times. But अगर आप अपना दिमाग उसमें डालोगे तभी वो आपको करेक्ट आंसर देगा. अगर आप कुछ भी रैंडम चीज़ डालोगे तो वो नई रिजल्ट ला के देगा. सो आपका वो जो ह्यूमन ब्रेन है, दैट स्टिल हैज़ टू वर्क. You have to put in an effort. You cannot completely rely on AI to do magic. अगर आज मैं कंज्यूमर हूँ और मैं एक पेज पे देखूंगी, पता तो लग जाता है. देखो, एक AI मॉडल में और एक ओरिजिनल मॉडल में पता लग जाता है. इफ़ यू वॉच केयरफुली पता लग जाएगा आपको. सो एज अ कंज्यूमर अगर मैं देखूंगी कि एक AI मॉडल ने पहना हुआ है वर्सेस एक रियल वीडियो में कैसा लग रहा है, तो मेरे को भी थोड़ा सा हिकअप तो आएगा ना खरीदने में प्रोडक्ट. आई विल थिंक कि मेरे पास एग्जैक्टली सेम पहुंचेगा भी, बिकॉज एज अ मार्केटर मेरे को तो पता है ना कि क्या कट हो रहा है या क्या चेंजेस हो रहे हैं. 100% एक्यूरेट नहीं दे सकता AI आपको. सो एज अ कंज्यूमर आई थिंक कि वो मेरे को थोड़ा रिस्ट्रिक्ट करेगा कि मैं वो खरीदूं या नहीं खरीदूं. आई वुड वेट फॉर सम ह्यूमन वीडियोज, सम UGC creators to validate, and then probably I'll make a purchase.
So I have a friend who has an AI agency and उसने मुझे बताया कि आपको उसको स्पून फीड करना पड़ता है AI को. मतलब अगर आपको एक बहुत डिटेल्ड वीडियो चाहिए, you'll actually have to like put in like small details.
Yeah.
तभी वो आपको एक प्रॉपर रिजल्ट जनरेट करके देगा. तो वो आई फील कि वो आप ही के दिमाग को
एक विजुअल में
एग्जैक्टली.
वो कर रहा है.
सो इट इज जस्ट अ हेल्पिंग टूल आई बिलीव.
Yeah. So ultimately आप ही feed in कर रहे हो सारा data.
It's your brain.
Yeah, it's your brain,
Yeah.
but it's just elevating the result.
Right.
जो एक graphic designer भी probably कर सकता है.
Right.
For a graphic designer now they can also replicate the same thing, but with AI वो और better करके दे सकते हैं.
Sure.
So it's not going to replace anybody. If you use it correctly, वो आपके काम ही आएगा. But don't go to an extent कि आप बिल्कुल उसमें इतना deep घुस जाओ that it plays with your mind.
True.
Right? I've seen people talking to ChatGPT like it's a therapist. That's crazy.
Right.
Yeah. So
Astrology,
I
they are
think
using it
that-
for astrology.
that's insane, right? Now
Yeah.
you have to draw a line somewhere that you're talking to a robot and not to a human being.
Exactly.
So
Right.
yeah, if you need a therapist, go to a therapist. If you need
Yeah.
an astrologer, please go to an astrologer and don't blindly
Yeah.
follow what a robot is telling you.
Right. Okay, let's talk about the BTS, the BTS bit of your life, BTS bit of an entrepreneur. So you are also a mom. How has that changed your life, and how you run your company?
So before I had my baby, everybody knows, all my clients know, I had zero boundaries. Like it was literally a yes to every single thing. But after having my baby, I realized that my time, my energy is very limited now, and I have to balance both. I want to be present as a mother. I also want to run my agency successfully. So now I really think that if a new client comes up, do I align with this product? Do I align with the founder? Are they looking for any shortcuts which I will not be able to deliver? If I don't align with it, it's a straight no. Because I don't have that kind of bandwidth anymore. Earlier it was like कि कोई बात नहीं आने दो यार, at least the money is good. But now it's not that. It's about I want to be present here and there both. So just new mom navigating both sides, trying to balance motherhood and
become-
running my business.
You've become more picky with
Yeah, and
the kind of
that's
clients that
that's
you work.
nothing to be. That's not ego.
Huh.
I am just being intentional so that if I work with even 5 brands, I'm able to deliver and make a change, rather than working with 10 brands and not being able to give that kind of attention anymore.
Protecting your mental health so you can deliver properly.
Yes, and if real impact happens, if brands actually start growing, I'm happy. Instead of I have a bundle of brands और वो grow ही नहीं कर रहे हैं, I am happy at the end of the month मेरी जेब में पैसे आ रहे हैं and I'm like okay fine.
The client is happy, you
The
are
client
happy.
is happy, but if I'm not able to deliver what I promised, if I'm not doing everything I can, I will feel very uncomfortable on the inside. Yeah, that's a nature that I have, which obviously is not a very ideal trait to have.
No, I think it's the best way
Yeah.
to run a business because you know that this is what's best for your family, your baby, and this is what's
Yeah.
best for your company. So I
Yeah.
think creating that beautiful balance is the key to a beautiful life.
Yeah, just trying to actually.
Yeah, I'm sure you're doing it very nicely.
So like if any brands wants to approach you, work with you, connect with you, what can they expect from the Socialist?
We will do everything it takes to grow and to take you from A to Z.
Yeah.
We don't have restrictive deliverables that every agency comes up with. Okay, 10 posts a month, 2 influencers. We don't
No
have that.
calendar.
No calendar. If we have content,
in.
we post all 6 days, all 7 days, stories every day. If we have opportunities, no limit to influencers. Anything that you need, we are up for it. We just want to make sure you grow.
Right.
Because if you grow, that's how we grow.
That's a way to be.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. Like
Great.
like this attitude is how you actually grow in any industry. So that's
Yeah,
a
I've
beautiful
heard
thought.
the other way around also that Sadhvi, naam to tera ho raha hai. I've heard my fellow PR say this to me, but paise hum kama rahe hain. That hit me hard, but I was like, it's okay. At least, you know, I don't have rotational clients. 3 महीने के लिए client आया, change. All my clients are with me since 4 years, since 5 years. And even if
Long-term
we...
relationships.
Long-term relationships. That's how you actually build a brand. That's how we all get involved and work towards the betterment.
And that's how you build credibility. I think
Yeah.
when you tell someone that this brand has stayed with us for 3-4 years,
Yeah.
that is what makes a person feel very confident in you.
Yeah.
That okay, that this person will actually take us there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
But only if you're ready to commit that kind of,
course,
time.
Yeah.
And it's not only us. It's a collective effort from the founder, from us. Together, we do things. Only, you know, some founders come up, ये रहा brand, पकड़ो. हमें भी ऐसा ही बना दो. We can't replicate that. We need you. We need your voice. We want to know where you want to take this brand.
Right.
So it's not only the marketing agency that can do magic overnight.
Right.
So yeah,
So the client also needs to have a vision.
absolutely, and 100% involvement
And patience.
and patience, everything.
Yeah. Right. Okay, so I think we are done with our questions. We actually learned a lot, but there is a little segment that we want to do with you, which is called a little rapid fire.
Oh, I'm excited for that.
Yes.
Yeah, so we'll fire questions at you, and you just go with whatever your heart says or whatever you feel is.
Okay,
Right.
let's get this started.
One brand you would like to be part of.
I think Abhinav Mishra.
Oh.
I love his collection. I love his clothes. I love his campaigns.
Yeah.
And I just really want to be a part of it.
Massive, beautiful,
Yeah.
spectacular.
Yeah.
So, most bizarre client request ever.
Yeah.
Can you make my son's birthday invite? Can you make my mother-in-law's birthday
My
invite?
God.
So we had one
my
client, can you make my son's holiday homework presentation?
Oh my god.
Wow.
And we worked on it, imagine.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
that
It was a
shows
marketing,
the
it was
passion.
a marketing
Yeah, the
PD,
passion.
it was a marketing presentation. So yeah, we did.
See, that shows the kind of commitment that you have towards your clients.
But sometimes वो
Yeah,
over the
of
line हो
course.
जाता है यार.
That's
कि
where
भाई-
you draw a line and have boundaries.
पर कर लिया ना वो सब, इसीलिए अब लगता है नहीं हो पाएगा. Sorry, मेरे पास
And when
नहीं
you
है
have
time और
potential, I
energy.
guess it's time ki ab.
Huh. And you know it in your bones.
You know your
ki,
work also, yeah.
I'm good with it. I don't have to take all this.
Yeah, it's easier to say a no.
Yes.
Which is one Indian homegrown brand that you think is extremely doing well?
I think Mama and Peaches. It's a kidswear brand. I closely follow the founder Varun, which is why I got to know about the brand. So yeah, he's so honest. He's so transparent. I just love it.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
and they're acing it because of the founder-led content.
So, one marketing trend you secretly hate but still use.
Trending audios, you know, that new Dhurandhar trend that was so stupid. Like everybody wanted, like, can we do this? Can we do this? Even if it's not matching your aesthetic, your brand, your product,
What's
you don't have to.
Oh, that song.
मेरा बच्चा है तू.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
मेरा बच्चा है तू
That
वाला.
uncle is
That
everywhere.
uncle
that
is there.
cartoon.
It was very funny.
How many cups of coffee does it take to survive a tough week?
4 to 5 cups can do the job.
Okay, so who is your favorite influencer?
Nriti Shah, her brand name is Balsamic.
Oh yeah,
Is
she's
her
great.
name.
Yeah.
I love her. We've worked with her multiple times. She's very seamless, and the way she styles everything and puts everything together, very professional. I love her.
That's great.
Yeah.
One brand that is in desperate need of good PR.
I think Madison on Pedder.
Okay.
I love their clothes.
Yeah, me too.
You guys deserve to be seen.
I agree.
Yeah.
True.
So, are big agencies overcharging clients? What's your take on that?
I think it's okay if they're charging high because with the high pricing, they have to also deliver the best.
Right.
Right.
Because you know, with the bigger name, you have to hire the best talent. and that comes at a cost. So even if they're charging a premium for that, it's okay.
Please finish the sentence. I'm a misfit
Because I refused to give myself up on the picture that Instagram showed me of that perfect mom who was so put together, who was balancing work, home together. But yeah, this is me still navigating how to balance it all. I don't have it all figured out. I'm taking it by the day. Sometimes being present for my baby, sometimes giving all in my work. So just being real, just being authentic.
breaking the mommy rules, set mommy rules.
Breaking the set mommy rules that, you know, we are conditioned to be like. That, you know, women can have it all. We don't, and we don't need to.
Right.
We can't have it all.
Yeah, people should not shame mothers or working women for anything at all.
I think
we all are doing our best.
we all are doing our best, and I don't think we are shaming each other. I think we are shaming ourselves.
Yeah, more
Like
than
for me as a marketer, I used to see pictures of new moms while I was holding my son napping in my arms, and I used to feel guilty that, you know, she's out there, why am I still sitting here? So it was my guilt that was troubling me. Nobody was telling me
Self-doubt.
otherwise. Yeah.
we are our biggest critic, I feel.
Yeah. So
Right.
just have to get out of that shell and just be yourself.
Yes.
But as misfits, we approve of you, and we feel that you're doing
Yes.
amazingly well. And we want to wish you all the best for your future endeavors, and we want you to have the biggest clients ever, and a
And
lot
Thank you
of
so
success.
much.
And whenever we sit with the women and talking about business, it's like we feel another level of hit. And I think you're doing amazing. Wish you very well for the Socialist.
Yeah.
If you want to do something of your own, please go ahead. Nobody's stopping you. Your child is definitely not stopping you. Go ahead and do something for yourself, because you'll feel really proud of yourself.
And yeah,
So
the
if
child
I'm
will also
able to
feel
inspire even one mom out there, I'll just consider my job done.
That's amazing.
You
That's
just
amazing.
inspired us, and I'm not a mom. She's not a mom, so thank you so much.
Thank you
It was
so
a pleasure
much.
talking to you.
I'm so grateful that we did this.
Yes, we so
My
are
first
really.
podcast, guys. Yay.
Nice.